Indeed, Mr. Speaker, we were strangers in defense cooperation at the turn of century. Now, the United States has become one of our most important defense partners. Today, India and the US are working together in space and in the seas, in science and in semiconductors, in startups and sustainability, in tech and in trade, in farming and in finance, in art and artificial intelligence, in energy and education, in healthcare and humanitarian efforts. I can go on and go on, but to sum up it, I would say the scope of our cooperation is endless. The potential of our synergies is limitless. And the chemistry in our relations is effortless. In all this, Indian Americans have played a big role. They are brilliant in every field, not just in spelling bee. With their hearts and minds, talent and skills, and the love for America and India, they have connected us. They have unlocked doors. They have shown the potential of our partnership. Mr. Speaker, distinguished members, every Indian Prime Minister and American President of the past has taken our relationship further. But our generation has to honor of taking it to greater heights. I agree with President Biden that this is a defining partnership of this country because it serves a larger purpose. Democracy, demography, and destiny give us the purpose. One consequence of globalization has been to cover over concentration of supply chains. We will work together to diversify, decentralize, and democratize supply chains. Technology will determine the security, prosperity, and leadership in the 21st century. That is why our two countries established a new initiative for critical and emerging technologies. Our knowledge partnership will serve humanity and seek solutions to the global challenges of climate change, hunger, and health. Mr. Speaker and distinguished members, the last few years have seen deeply disruptive developments. With the Ukraine conflict, war has returned to Europe. It is causing great pain in the region. Since it involves major powers, the outcomes are severe. Countries of the global south have been particularly affected. The global order is based on the respect for the principle of the UN Charter, peaceful resolution of disputes, and respect for sovereignty and territorial integrity. As I have said directly and publicly, this is not an era of war. But it is one of dialogue and diplomacy. And we all must do what we can to stop the bloodshed and human suffering. Mr. Speaker, the dark clouds of coercion and confrontation are casting their shadow in the Indo-Pacific. The stability of the region has become one of the central concerns of our partnership. We share a vision of a free, open, and inclusive Indo-Pacific. Connected by secure seas, defined by international law, free from domination, and anchored in ASEAN centrality. A region where all nations, small and large, are free and fearless in their choices, where progress is not suffocated by an impossible burdens of debt. Where connectivity is not leveraged for strategic purposes, where all nations are lifted by the high tide of shared prosperity. Our vision does not seek to contain or exclude, but to build a cooperative region of peace and prosperity. We work through regional institutions and with our partners from within the region and beyond. Of this, Quad has emerged as a major force of good for the region. Mr. Speaker, more than 2 decades after 9/11 and more than a decade after 26/11 in Mumbai, radicalism and terrorism still remain a pressing danger for the whole world. These ideologies keep taking new identity and forms, but their intentions are the same. Terrorism is an enemy of humanity, and there can be no ifs and buts in dealing with it. We must overcome all such forces sponsoring and exporting terror. Mr. Speaker, COVID-19's biggest impact was the human loss and suffering it caused. I wish to remember Congressman Ron Wright and the staff members who lost their lives to COVID. As we emerge out of the pandemic, we must give shape to a new world order. Consideration, care, and concern are the need of the hour. Giving a voice to the global south is the way forward. That is why I firmly believe that the African Union be given full membership of G20. We must revive multilateralism and reform multilateral institutions. With better resources and representation that applies to all our global institutions of governance, especially the United Nations. When the world has changed, our institutions too must change, or risk getting replaced by a world of rivalries without rules. In working for a new world order based on international law, our two countries will be at the forefront as partners. Mr. Speaker and distinguished members, today we stand at a new dawn in our relationship that will not only shape the destiny of our two nations, but also that of the world. As the young American poet Amanda Gorman has expressed, when day comes, we step out of the shade, aflame and unafraid. The new dawn blooms as we free it. For there is always light if only we are brave enough to see it. Our trusted partnership is like the sun in this new dawn that will spread light all around. I am reminded of a poem that I once wrote. आसमान में सिर उठाकर घने बादलों को चीरकर रोशनी का संकल्प ले अभी तो सूरज उगा है। अभी तो सूरज उगा है। दृढ़ निश्चय के साथ चलकर, दृढ़ निश्चय के साथ चलकर, हर मुश्किल को पार कर घोर अंधेरे को मिटाते, घोर अंधेरे को मिटाने अभी तो सूरज उगा है। If I were to say it in English, it would be rising its head in the skies, piercing through the dense clouds with the promise of light. The sun has just risen, armed with a deep resolve, overcoming all the odds to dispel the forces of darkness. The sun has just risen. Mr. Speaker and distinguished members, we come from different circumstances and history, but we are united by a common vision and by a common destiny. When our partnership progresses, economic resilience increases, innovation grows, science flourishes, knowledge advances, humanity benefits, our seas and skies are safer, democracy will shine brighter, and the world will be a better place. That is the mission of our partnership. That is our calling for this century. Mr. Speaker and distinguished members, even by the high standards of our partnership, this visit is one of the great positive transformation. Together, we shall demonstrate that democracy is better and democracy is deliver. I count on your continued support to the India-US partnership. When I was here in 2016, I said that our relationship is primed for a momentous future. That future is today. Thank you once again, Mr. Speaker, Madam Vice President, and the distinguished members of this honor. God bless America. Jai Hind. Long live India-US friendship. Thank you.
और पीएम मोदी को इस वक्त आप सुन रहे थे, कहीं से भी ये फर्क महसूस नहीं हुआ कि ये भारत की संसद नहीं है। उसी तरीके से हर बात पे तालियों की गड़गड़ाहट, खड़े होकर अभिवादन करना, और ये एक एक तस्वीर हम आपको दिखा रहे हैं संसद की, जहां दोनों सत्रों को संबोधित किया देश के प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी ने, और जो एक एक बातें हैं वो अब हम सिलसिलेवार तरीके से आपको बताएंगे।
और देखिए, नाम नहीं लिया लेकिन सीधा सीधा जरूर ये कह दिया कि किस तरह से आतंकवाद मानवता का दुश्मन है। प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी ने आज अमेरिकी संसद के दोनों सदनों को संबोधित करते हुए सख्त लहजे में कहा, 9/11-26/11 की घटनाएं याद की और कहा आतंकवाद मानवता का दुश्मन है। आतंकवाद को बढ़ावा देने वालों के खिलाफ साझा तौर पर लड़ना होगा। मुंबई हमले का जिक्र किया जिसके बाद भी आतंकवाद का खतरा बरकरार हुआ है। दुनिया के लिए आतंकवाद और कट्टरता बड़ा खतरा है, ये कड़े शब्दों में प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी ने यहां पर कहा। और साथ ही ये वक्त युद्ध का नहीं, बातचीत से समाधान का है। प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी का अमेरिकी संसद के दोनों सदनों को संबोधित करते हुए इस संबोधन का सामने आना, इन शब्दों का सामने आना, यह बताता है कि हिंदुस्तान हमेशा से शांति प्रिय देश रहा है और वो ये चाहता है कि युद्ध नहीं बल्कि बातचीत ही समाधान है।